All right, so unfortunately, this was the best lighting that I was able to get, but hopefully, by showing you all of these angles, I can show you how hideous this actually is. This is the Cerave Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Hydrating Sunscreen. It's a mineral sunscreen for the face that looks really good on paper. However, it's got a lot of downsides. Now, today I put it on directly after getting out of a hot, steamy shower and moisturizing. So my skin was as smooth and supple and hydrated as it could possibly be. Still, trying to smooth this on my face was like trying to smooth concrete onto my face. Dermatologists say that in order to get the amount of protection promised on a bottle of sunscreen, you need to use 2 grams per centimeter squared, which amounts to approximately a quarter teaspoon. I think it's a quarter. If it's a half, I'll put that down in the description. But I tried to use a quarter teaspoon today, and I couldn't even do that. It dries so quickly that every little bit that you put on dries so quickly that if you try to put more on and or smooth it out further, it's going to be nearly impossible. You'll notice that I've got these areas of concentrated sunscreen that are next to relatively bare areas, and in the sunscreen world, or skincare world, that's called pilling. So pilling isn't just a cosmetic issue, it's actually something that compromises protection, and that's because it chips off, just like old paint would. You can actually see it right here. I blew my nose earlier, and all of the pilling chipped off right around here. An additional problem with the dryness and the pilling is that this is pretty much impossible to cover up. On a typical day, I do try to cover this up with tinted sunscreen and or BB cream, and as a result, I look pretty ridiculous. There was a brief period of time last year when I found just the right ratio of tinted sunscreen to this sunscreen that I could mix together and then put on my skin. But when you do that, it actually compromises the efficacy of either sunscreen because the active ingredients aren't able to disperse evenly. They are formulated to work as independent products. So your safest option is to put on, say, this sunscreen and then try to cover it. But as we just established, that's not really something you can do with this sunscreen. So let's see if there's anything else that I forgot to cover here. We've got the pilling, the dryness, the fact that you can't cover it up effectively, the fact that you shouldn't mix sunscreens, so that's off the table. I think that's about it. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope that it saved you some money because, as I said, this definitely